Hey guys, I know I kind of already made a video about this guitar when I first got it together. Made a couple changes to that when I finally decided that I was going to sell it. I know some people might not like that, you know, tough shit. Really nice guitar. I just figure, I mean, I like building the stuff and I like selling them and trying new stuff. So, I mean, I figure someone would really like this. And I mean, the Baritone is really great for what it can be used for, but I personally don't use it that much, or I wouldn't really see the need for it much. I'm just more of a standard tuning guy, or maybe like half a step down. I really don't venture too far down into like the lower tunings. But even if you're the kind of guy or girl that just wants to have that one guitar or something for like the lower tunings, I mean, just like Tom did for like one song here and there or whatever, I mean, I can certainly see why someone would do that. So since the last video, I changed the bare knuckle juggernaut because, I mean, if someone's looking for a Tom DeLonge guitar, they're not going to be looking for a bare knuckle pickup. I know that. And I am actually going to be selling that pickup separately. I have my other bare knuckle juggernaut that's all black in my Fiesta Red Strat, so I mean, it's not like I'm getting rid of the juggernaut. I love it, but I just don't really have a need for that one, especially that color combo. The black with the gold hex bolts, it looks great, but I mean, I don't really think I'll have any guitar that'll really suit that color combo. So anyway, I fixed the pot so that when you're actually using the volume knob, it actually does something, because I fucked up the other pot and it wasn't actually doing anything. So as you can see, it does work. What else do I have to say? If you are interested in buying this, I mean, I will try and say what I can about it. It is not a hardtail like Tom DeLonge's. I'm pretty sure his personal one was a hardtail. Let me just double check real quick. Can't even spell yellow. Yeah, his Baritone actually was a hardtail Strat. Some of his guitars were, some of them weren't. So, I mean, this one it's locked down pretty well. I mean, I haven't had any tuning issues with it at all since I've had it. I haven't even opened up the back cavity once. I assume it's pretty tight, I mean, because this thing, it really doesn't budge. And I do have locking tuners on here. I figured, why the hell not? These type of tuners, basically what you do, you pull the string through maybe like half an inch or something, hold it there, and you keep turning it. And when you start to turn it, it's actually not going to move. What it does is the little piston or blocking mechanism inside pushes up against the string that's in there, and once it feels that it's locked, the actual tuning peg will start to turn. So you don't have to wonder if it's tight or anything like that. It'll work. So it's not like one of those locking tuners where you lock it with like a little mechanism on the back. It is like a self-locking one, and it's cool because it doesn't look like it's locking, which is neat. The tops of the tuners, though, have a little groove in them. So basically, when you want to take the strings off, you loosen it, you know, a considerable amount, so it's pretty floppy. And then since it has that groove in it, you can take like a pick or say like a nickel or some sort of coin. You go in there and you just lightly kink it, and then you'll hear it loosen up. And then I mean, it's pretty simple once you get the hang of it, but it is a lot better than non-locking tuners. I like these tuners a lot, and I'll probably use them a lot in the future. So what else do I have to say? The pickguard is brand new. Still has the little plastic film on it. I didn't take that off. There are dings on this guitar, but as you can really tell, you can hardly tell at all. I mean, I'd say right here are where the majority of them are. Most of them are really tiny. They don't affect the playability at all. There is another one, like a little tiny one right here. I'll try my best to get them in the photos, but they really are very, very small. The back of the guitar is actually pretty spotless, and that's usually where most of the marks on guitars are. This is a Baritone Neck, like I said. It turns a normal 25.5-inch scale length on a Strat into a 28 5/8. So basically, a normal Strat, the nut would be like right here. That's about where it would be. So you got like an extra like 3 inches or so of playing room, and it's definitely something to get used to. I did a 4-year strong cover that's on my page with it, and it was pretty tough. I'll be honest. I have 10 to 52 strings on here, just normal Ernie Ball, skinny top, heavy bottoms. It was nice. The nut was actually pretty much filed just for that string gauge, which was really cool. I didn't have to fuck around with that at all. I did rub some graphite in there just a little bit, just for tuning stability a little bit. Alright, now I am gonna be completely honest. I fucked up. I know I did. But it's really nothing major at all. When I was putting the string tree on, I didn't realize that the screw was too long, and I did drill through the back of the fucking headstock. It's very, very hard to tell if you can even see it there. But yeah, I mean, it's not something I'm gonna try and hide. You know, I fucked that up. But like I said, it doesn't affect anything at all. And even like the string tree, I don't know if it goes down as far as I'd like it to, but I mean, at this point, I don't want to screw it up anymore. I mean, it does what it needs to do, and it definitely works. So, yeah, I mean, I felt like a dumbass for doing that, and it was right after someone else said that they did the same thing with the tuners on the other side going through the front. So, I mean, at least with this, you can't see it going through the back. I mean, what are you gonna do, I guess? Let's see, other than that, I mean, I don't have too much else to say. It doesn't come with a decal on it. You can buy decals online if you really want to that look pretty real. A lot of people do that. Since this is like a Fender licensed neck, even though it's Warmoth's necks are all Fender licensed. Excuse me. And I mean, you could put a Fender decal on there if you really wanted to. I think you can find them online anywhere around like $20 or something, maybe even less. So I mean, it's nothing to really break the bank, but I figure whoever buys this might not want it on there anyway, so I'm not going to put one on. The one thing I do not like about this neck is the only way to adjust the truss rod is by taking off the neck, because the truss rod is like at the heel of the neck, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. If you are curious, it is a satin nitro finish. It's not glossy, and that goes for the fretboard as well. It's really, really smooth. I mean, if you get like really sweaty hands, it lets you go a lot faster down the neck. Some people might not really have a preference. Some people might like it more. You know, I like them glossy or satin. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a really, really nice neck. I did have to spend maybe about an hour or so scraping off the finish that was on the frets, because when they spray a neck like this, basically when I ordered it, it was already made, except I chose what frets I wanted, which are medium jumbo. They are 6150 size. I think it's a Tusk standard nut. But when I chose the finish that I wanted, they just spray it just like this. If it was a rosewood fretboard or something, it would be covered and none of the spray would get on that. But since it was just an all maple neck, they just sprayed the whole thing, and that left the finish on the frets, which actually would start to come off if I was doing vibratos or something. So I spent some time, I cleaned those all off, and then I polished the frets up a little bit. So now I get a text. Really? Fuck you. Okay, so yeah, so the frets are a lot more comfortable than they were when I first got it, because I did have little bits of the finish coming off that were kind of pain in the ass. So anyway, I mean, I'll strum it a bit. I'll show you how it sounds. It definitely sounds like a Tom DeLonge Strat. It sounds awesome for Adam's songs, stuff like that, especially with my Mesa Boogie. So I don't have the cab mic'd or anything right now. You're just gonna get it from the audio from the camera. So hopefully it sounds good, and let me know what you think. If you're interested in the guitar, like I said, I will be selling it very, very shortly, and it'll be on my Reverb page, which will be right in the info. And possibly the other guitar that I'm selling might still be on there too, which is the obvious Jazzmaster. So there you go. Thanks for watching. That's it. So, yeah, I know I already said it, but thanks for watching.